Well, do we want to do? I mean, we had quite a trip to Boston. Do we want to talk about that now, or do we
Sure.
want to wait until
I'd
we
like to
do the
hear about
nationals?
that.
Okay, I'll let Tim start because he had. So, well, let me set the stage here. So, we went to see Metallica in Boston for their M72 tour, 2 nights, Friday night and Sunday night, the beginning of this
It was
month.
actually in Foxborough, I found out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought it was going to be in Fenway. I was
Yeah.
like, this will be awesome. And then they're like, no, it's the football stadium. What's wrong with you? Like,
So that was the plan. And well, we did go to the concerts, and the concerts were great. Metallica sounded awesome.
How was the weather? I thought that fucked shit up a little bit.
Sunday night,
but it ended up being a blessing.
kind of.
In a
Yeah.
way, yeah.
What they didn't play anything from
No, they played a full
played a
set.
full
Saint
set.
Anger because of that.
They didn't skip any songs.
No, they didn't cut
The
anything out.
first band, which was Ice Nine Kills, didn't play at all. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel a little bit bad for them because they're from Boston. So
Yeah.
I know.
it was like,
Yeah.
but then Five Finger Death Punch was the other band, and they had a shortened set.
Shortened
I know.
set, yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I'm waiting for you guys to make me listen to one of their albums because
No.
still don't know any. I've never heard them. I don't even believe.
No.
And I've just heard so many bad things. It's hilarious.
We don't plan to. Well, Tim likes a few songs, but
I like some of their songs, but they're not going to get played on this podcast. First of all,
Actually,
I think the first album
might
was
be-
like 2008 or something. So
It might be
it's
fun to do, actually. So
it'll be Annihilator all over again.
not no.
probably not that good, but
Well, no, it's yeah. Friday night was Wolfgang Van Halen, his band,
Okay.
Mammoth, and Pantera.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So that was
I
good.
saw pics of that. Yeah.
we got there late though because traffic was abysmal on Friday, so we missed Wolfgang Van Halen, but we saw Pantera and they were awesome.
Yeah.
The big thing though was getting to Boston and getting back from Boston. We had a little bit of trouble.
I think it's
I mean,
my fault.
getting to was go ahead, Tom. I'll let you tell the
JetBlue's
story
fault.
about flying. JetBlue, yeah.
But the flight from Pittsburgh to Boston is super short. It's only like an hour and 15 minutes. And so no problem at all. We landed and we're just, you land and you just kind of slowly roll into your gate. We do that and the plane stops and then all the lights go out and everything shuts off. And you're like, well, that's weird. Because sometimes
Before
it
they get
happens.
to the gate.
Yeah, we're just sitting there and sometimes it happens where it's like they're kind of switching over power or whatever it is. And you're like, okay, whatever. It wasn't coming back on. And there was a heat advisory in Boston. So the plane's getting really hot, like really hot inside. And then the captain comes on and he's like, so we lost auxiliary power. The air bridge to connect to the plane to get you guys off is broken. And we're out of gas.
Out of gas.
We're out of fuel.
Dude, the fact that all of those things happened while you were sitting on the motherfucking ground on the tarmac.
that's what we said.
How were you not just like, let me have a beer?
Yeah.
I think that's amazing luck because if that had happened 10 minutes before, you'd be on fire.
No, we wouldn't be having this podcast.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, he would have been on
Probably not.
fire.
Well,
but,
we would be, you wouldn't,
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
I think it's crazy that your discount airline fucked up.
Right. Well, it took longer to get off the plane than the actual flight. It took an hour and a half to finally get off that plane.
Well, so tell him about how you had to get back.
He said we have to tow the plane. They have to tow the plane to the gate because we don't have any gas. There's no fuel.
With Clydesdales.
Yeah. And yeah, so we had to go to an entirely different gate, because that gate was all fucked up. Towed us to a different gate, and finally got off the plane. And that was kind of how this trip started because I can sort of hand the baton off to Joe now because
well, we had a plan.
The Olympics.
Saturday. We had a plan Saturday to go up and we were going to go to some beaches in New Hampshire and check out this little town in New Hampshire. And we drove Joe's car. I don't know.
New Hampshire doesn't have a shoreline.
Oh yeah, it's on the ocean. There's a little corner.
There is.
Yeah, between Maine and Massachusetts. It jets out.
All right.
I wasn't sure myself, but then I was like, I guess that makes sense. You got Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Anyways, geography. It's exciting, right? Eric and I drove up in my car because we thought because Eric's cars they need some preventative stuff, and mine, I was like, well, I knew it was making a noise, but it had been doing that for a while. And I had gotten everything else serviced. And I was like, well, I know it's a lot of driving, but it's been going like this for a while. I think we should be good. So we pick Tim and Pam up at the hotel in the city of Boston. We stayed outside Boston. Yeah. And I said this when this was happening, but I got to remember that traffic in Boston because it makes DC traffic look like a breeze.
Oh,
I thought it was
the worst roads. God,
these roads, like the potholes had potholes in them. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was just like
it's so bad.
I guess the saving grace per part of it is you can't really go fast to fuck up your car because there's a car in front of you everywhere you go. And these motherfuckers, they don't care. Like there's no lanes, there's no rules. Oh, I mean, I knew that going in, like they were notorious for having asshole drivers in Boston, but oh my God. Like Eric was driving in the city that day and he just kept being mad. And I'm like, dude, you have to just be one of them or just let it go. Like, you're not going to train them.
Do not try to change lanes in Boston.
If there's a hole, and I think you picked up on it a little. And
well, when we were leaving the stadium the Friday night, I definitely did.
Oh yeah,
it was like just
my God.
Yeah. We actually getting into the stadium as an aside, both nights we purposely. Well, I guess you went in the wrong way the first time.
The first time I totally fucked up, but it worked out. Yeah.
He's like, well, that's okay. Just go, around the stadium this way. The second night we tried to repeat that mistake, and it's like, no, you got to turn around, go back all the way around the stadium, out on the main Route 1 or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Like, okay, sure, and we just fucking went up. She did going right through the.
They didn't say
behind the gates. He wasn't even fucking looking.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're going up. We're going up to New Hampshire. We had just gotten out of like the city onto the interstate, and then a bunch of idiot lights come on in the dashboard, and
the ABS and brake light and something else.
Tim and Pam were sitting in the back, and I think even before that happened, you mentioned something about how it sounded.
Yeah,
I never sit in the back of my own car. I don't hear what's going on. So it broke down basically. I mean, it was still drivable. So we're like, well, we're not going to New Hampshire. We went back to drop them off. The lights for some reason went away for the rest of that trip on the dash. But it was making a worse sound. Like Boston had knocked something loose, knocked the brakes off.
Yeah, that's what happens in Boston.
But I'm like, fuck, it's a Saturday in Boston. Yeah. Where are you gonna get your? And it was already like what, 4 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like 3 o'clock. It was almost 3 o'clock by the time we got back to the hotel. Yeah,
it was already pretty late, and like, there's there's nowhere to fix my car until Monday. Like, fucked. So we parked my car at the hotel. We ended up getting a rental for the last night. So heading back. What was it, Monday morning?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to put any more miles on my car in Boston because I was like, I could save every mile for the trip home, and made it pretty far. Actually, made it to southern PA, and it just started making like clicks and with these weird whistles, and I was like, no, okay,
whistles.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
It was a very stressful ride back because like we weren't listening to music purposely because we wanted to hear any sort of abnormalities that were coming from the car, so we didn't. It was just like, oh man,
it's like when people talk to each other, it's like just focus.
Just make it go, like looking at the clock, like, okay, we got it's like 3 more hours. We're gonna do this, and no.
I'm looking at the mileage on the GPS. I'm like, okay, 290. 280.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh my God.
Counting down the miles. Yeah. Oh. So we stopped at a Holiday Inn. We got dinner.
Yeah, I pulled off the interstate, and there was a couple hotels right there. I just It's like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna have to get this fixed
Yeah.
here. And I just
Yeah.
booked a room at that hotel we were at. At least we made it close enough that Eric's wife Tiff could come. She offered to come up and get him.
Yeah.
So he was able to go home that night.
Yeah.
How far was that?
Thanks, friend.
Well, you want me to call you next time so you can come pick me up, Keith? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just leave your friend abandoned in the
I
middle
asked.
of southern
I was like,
Pennsylvania.
I can hang out if you want me to.
Well, no,
I
I had to get my car fixed. I'm going to leave that there.
Yeah.
So I got it fixed the next day. It was actually there was a good shop really close that I got it towed to. Got it fixed.
Well, it's
Stayed
Eastern
another
Pennsylvania. There's a good people over there on
It
Eastern.
was central. It was right near Hershey.
It was about 2 hours from home, so Tiff had to drive 2 hours to come and get me. And so but it was like 6 o'clock when that happened. So I got home.
Yeah, I
around
needed a.
10.
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't too
Not
bad.
terrible.
Yeah, I needed a wheel hub assembly and a wheel bearing.
Yeah.
Kind of important.
Yeah. So
Runs good now.
Not bad.
yeah, a little more expensive than we had planned that trip. But it's
Stuff
still
that
fun.
the car stuff would have had to have happened eventually. So
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Just I ended up with a couple extra hotel stays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
Saw some people line dancing in the hotel. It was weird.
Oh, nice.
we had dinner there when it was like the worst hamburger I've ever had in my fucking life.
It was not
It was
great.
like a
food
hockey puck. I was like, how do you want that cooked? Medium? Well, I don't think they have any other way of cooking it besides hockey puck because it was like,
God.
oh, that's not.
most
No.
likely you don't have somebody that gives a shit. So
It could have been horse. I don't know. I don't know what I was eating.
Yeah, you never know.
Whores.
Not horse.
Yeah, Eric eats the whores of Pennsylvania before his
Boy.
wife picks up to he tries up to pick up.
This is not going well. Well,
Ah,
hey, look, Metallica played Enamorata, which is like the one song that we definitely wanted to hear them play, and that was awesome. So it was a good show.
Yes.
We were in the nosebleeds, but it was still fun. Had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
We left during Enter Sandman, and that gave us just enough time to still not beat out the people who got out on the ground level because you got to walk like a maze.
Yeah,
the,
Yeah.
all the way down Gillette Stadium.
It's
okay.
We walked
So
fast, but
wait, time out. You guys walked out listening to the encores then.
they didn't do an encore.
They didn't do
It's
an
just
encore.
that's just their last song.
Yeah,
All right.
they played Sandman.
But it was Enter Sandman. Like, how many times are we going to hear
Yeah,
Enter Sandman?
I
live?
mean, yeah, knowing you guys have all seen that live. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, even for bands that I've seen numerous times, I still, Joe, you and I were when last time we saw Iron Maiden, I guess. We
Mhm.
stuck around, and getting out of that goddamn parking lot was goddamn fucking hell, and
Yeah.
it was worth it because we saw the end of that Iron Maiden show. And hey, you know what? They think they played Iron Maiden, which I've
Yeah.
seen every single time I've seen them, and it's like, you know what? Fuck yeah, fantastic. So I don't
Gillette
like,
Stadium. we
yeah,
can just
I don't
say,
know diddly shit about stadium shows. So
Fuck Bob Kraft is what I can say. Because
Yeah.
Tim, tell that stat that you heard about, not stat, but that fact you heard about the reason why traffic
So
is so awful getting out of
Apparently,
the
the city of well, I guess Foxborough, wherever the stadium is,
Yeah.
they said we need more police than we can. We can't handle this traffic. We need more cops than what we're being provided. And when they asked Bob Kraft, "Can you give us money to provide more police to traffic these roads?" And he's like, "Fuck no, I'm not giving you shit." So their response was like, "Well, then we're just closing roads. We're
Yeah.
just going to close roads out, close roads in." And that's totally true because when we were trying to get out, we kept having to go right, and you
Yeah.
couldn't. They're
Yeah.
like they had closed roads completely off. So it was like, all right, go left. Okay, I guess we're going left again. Go left
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
GPS is like, okay, rerouting. But yeah, apparently Bob Kraft was like, fuck you. I'm not giving you more cops. I'm not giving you any money to fix this problem. And it's his fucking stadium.
wow, it's rich shitheads that own sports franchises.
Yeah.
It's
You
it's
got that money
very
for more massages, don't you know?
it's
Yeah.
very
Oh, yeah.
expensive to get masseuses who will jerk you off. And he needs that money.
The good ones.
But yeah,
You gotta get the good ones.
Well,
small
I mean,
hands.
They
You
don't
gotta have really
yeah.
small hands for him.
They,
He's a little guy.
they don't end it right
Little
if you know if you don't get that. If
Yeah.
you don't pay for it.
So smart to use the whole hands.
Oh,
Oh.
all right. Anything going on with you, Keith? Other than celebrating being alive for 48 years?
I mean, yeah, I just had a birthday. You know, just had you know, July I had a vacation with my side of the family, and last week I had a vacation with my wife's side of the family. And as much as you know, I most people would probably complain about that. It's like seeing my kids play with their cousins is just fucking the greatest thing to fucking see.
Yeah.
So I will have to say though, like there have been numerous shows coming out, you know, through Baltimore. Sloppy Seconds, Subhumans. There was one other huge one that was just like, I need to get there, and I didn't, and I feel like a total worthless jackass because I used to drive to Baltimore like to like close a show on a Wednesday for no one, and now I won't go drive up to Baltimore to see bands that I really give a crap about. So
Yeah.
I'm an old man with children. It's difficult.
Hey man, I think I go to maybe 5 concerts a year these days, so it's not, you know.
Yeah, I used to we used to go to 5 a month.
A month, yeah.
And we were
Easily.
limited to how many we were allowed to go to.
You know what the conversation is with these two? Have I told you about this, Keith? When there's a concert coming,
Mhm.
they'll text one of them will text us, the other two, and it's like, oh, what do you guys say? It's like, of course, it's on a Tuesday or something.
No, it's a
A
Wednesday.
Wednesday in Baltimore.
Wednesday in
It's a
Baltimore.
Wednesday. What? But it's a weekday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, there's a 5 and 7 chance every time a band comes around, it's going to be on a school night. Like,
I'm more
it's-
annoyed that it's Baltimore. That's my. I mean,
Yeah, well,
But
that
you're
is kind
not-
of far.
I'm
He's
2
not very
hours from
close to.
Baltimore.
He's far from Fairfax.
Really?
But I'm also I could it'd be probably easier for me to go to a concert in Richmond than it would be to go concert in Baltimore.
In
these days.
Baltimore?
Yeah,
But,
because
I
it's
mean,
just a straight shot to Richmond.
Baltimore's got to be better than DC though.
I bet Charlottesville
No,
definitely.
DC's 90 minutes, if that.
Yeah, but
Baltimore's 2 hours.
wait, time out. With traffic, I mean, we've got traffic at 2 a.m. in DC. You don't get that at Baltimore.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Baltimore.
And dude,
When I went up to Baltimore for Mastodon Gojira, we left. I thought we left early. I think we left at 3, and the traffic was fucking horrible once we got up towards up
same
near the
thing
city.
with Mr. Bungle. We saw Mr. Bungle in Baltimore. I think
Yeah.
it took, I don't know, hour and 50, something like that. So
all right. I mean,
you go down these side roads and you think, wow, this is going to be great. And then every other fucking car, you're like, oh, everyone's on the same. That's right. Everyone has the same GPS now.
Yeah.
So everyone's taking the shortcuts. They all suck.
all right. Well,
there's not, look, where I live, it's not like I have great options to see bands anyway, right? Like it's going to
Yeah.
take me at least an hour and a half
Yeah.
to get anywhere.
I mean, the
Like,
fact
if
that the tally ho is out near close enough to you where you
That's
could
good.
actually
That's 45
that
minutes from me,
is-
so that's good.
I mean, you have to feel great that exists, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That
We
is
just
a-
saw Eyes of the Nile.
That is
there.
really
It's fantastic.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. CKY's coming there, and it's tempting to go see them, but it's not the same singer. So I'm like, it's different singer, guitar player. So it's Jess Margera, but that's like, I think that might be the only original member. So
Probably.
September 15th is when they're coming. So, but all right, well, should we call it good on this one? We're going to talk about Nine Inch Nails on our next episode.
Well, I mean, let's talk about cool stuff we've gotten recently.
Herpes.
Gotten a year older. Oh, Funko. What you got?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
What is that? A
Dark
Deadpool and
hand.
a? Is that
Dark-
Freddie Mercury?
No, Oh man, Zartan and Doctor Mindbender.
Oh, it was close. Deadpool and Freddie Mercury. That'd be a funny movie, though.
Well, I don't know if that would. Yeah, I mean, one of them didn't come back to life, so
I did get some vinyl in
Yeah,
Boston.
me too.
yeah. All right, okay. Let's see that.
Well, I gotta find it. Hold on.
Did you see the Easter egg back here? Like the
No.
album back there.
I saw it.
Why don't you say out loud? Some people are listening to this.
You have to watch. You have to go on the internet and watch.
Oh,
You can skip ahead.
or you could just say it out loud.
I don't know if I've gotten anything cool recently, Keith.
All right,
We have to. Is this show and tell? You're doing show and tell on the.
It's showing.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
the
on the-
cool things going on,
podcast.
and I just
This was well, Joe and I stopped at a record store outside of Boston, I think, right?
Oh, we could do that. Cool.
Dark Side
Yeah.
of the
yeah,
Moon.
that's. I just went record shopping earlier today too, but I didn't.
Look at the price on that thing, man. $30 for double vinyl. Dark Side of the Moon
15
remastered.
bucks.
you go.
Aerosmith's first album.
Aerosmith. And you bought it
And
in.
that was the same day we found out they were retiring.
Yeah,
You bought it in Boston.
And I bought it almost in
Yeah,
Boston.
you
Close
kind
enough,
of had to
close
buy
enough.
that, right?
Springfield.
Yeah.
Then this,
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know yet, but
a Live Doors album that I did not have.
Hmm.
I didn't even know that one existed.
Absolutely Live. It's a gatefold, and I was not going to buy it, but I looked at the vinyl, and it looks really good. Like it's in really good shape. I was surprised at how. I mean, I'm sure it won't come over on video, but like, there's no scratches or anything. It looks
Okay,
great.
so it's a used.
used. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
yeah, this smells like the 70s here.
It should.
It was funny because I know I try to put everything in Discogs, but I looked at this going, I think I might have this already, but I'm not. And I know I had one other Live Doors album, but it wasn't on my Discog, so I took the chance, and sure enough, I did not have it. So
Outstanding.
good track listing. Yeah.
Smells
Who Do You
like-
Love. Yeah, 5 to 1s on this.
I can.
which is great.
I know exactly what it smells like.
Smells like wood panel walls,
Yeah.
Yeah.
um,
Shag rug.
1975.
shag carb, and cigarette smoke.
Yeah. And mold. It's got a healthy, healthy,
Dry rot.
healthy dose of dry rot and mold. It's
Joe
so
also
I
got
bought
an Orioles hat that was way too small for him because it was a kid's hat.
Didn't know it was-
That
I was
was
like,
for the-
I'm in
Were you-
Massachusetts
Were
getting
you
Orioles hat.
drunk?
No.
No, I didn't try it on. It was like it was like $10 or something. I was like,
Yeah.
that's great. He had a bunch of Orioles hats for some reason. No other hats.
All
I was
right.
like,
Well,
that means something.
okay.
You're in Massachusetts and it's an Orioles. I don't know.
Well, one way or another, I've got 2 children. My wife is an Orioles fan, so if you want to just hand that off, you can.
Okay. Well,
But it-
we can go see Clutch and I can give it to you. It's in my car.
I'm not planning on doing Clutch. I believe those ticket prices were like $70. Some nonsense.
Doesn't matter. I already got it. So you got to go.
Wait,
It's a Saturday night. It's one of the 2 out of the 7s.
That's right.
All right, can we talk about that after I go to the bathroom because I do need to
We
urinate.
should finish this episode. Wait,
I had
Tim had
one
some
more-
show and tell too.
Oh yeah.
Just real quick. So I tried to buy the record store day version of Voivod's The Wake.
Oh yeah.
Some fuckface. It was $35 with shipping. This guy on this Voivodian's Facebook page
Mhm.
was selling it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that from you." So I PayPal'd him the money, and guess what? He disappeared, never
Yeah.
to be seen again. Just got scammed.
Doesn't PayPal give you your money back?
He didn't have. You have to. The seller has to have that enabled. He didn't. I should have known better.
I thought you're still protected with eBay. Was it eBay?
No, I was just a private seller on just some dude on Facebook. Yeah, but it was a private group, and it was like, oh, it seems $35 is right around what you'd pay for.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Totally disappeared. I was like, fuck, I got scammed. So I walked into a comic store in Boston and looked in the clearance bin, and the actual album that I got scammed on was sitting, not the actual one, but the same
Yeah.
album was sitting right there
In the clearance bin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much
And
did you
that-
pay
and that-
for it?
$30.
Oh, okay.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, the clearance bin is
I mean,
not
it
where you
was-
spend $30.
I know it was new. Well, the original price was 50, So that
Okay.
tells you what their bullshit prices are. It was Newberry
Yeah.
Comics, but
Yeah, but you're in Boston, so
yeah,
everything's
and it
going to be
was
more
like,
expensive anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just that was like, how do I not buy this after that experience? The
Yeah.
album that I got
Right.
scammed
Yeah,
on is
yeah.
just sitting right there, and it's the Record Store Day version with the
Yeah.
colors and everything. It's like, holy shit, this is
Karma.
amazing.
Well,
So-
cheers on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that worked out. I mean, I
And
ended
the
up
store
sitting right
owner,
there all
the store owner was like, "Hey, that guy that sold that to me is right there."
day. Yeah.
And then Tim shot him in the face.
Shut up with
The
the
guy
Yeah.
that scammed
Hit
it
him with the
was that guy.
It was.
Where are my fucking glasses?
Yeah.
Find them.
Oh, and
All right.
the
Oh,
40th
what you got?
anniversary of
Oh yeah.
Rides the
We got the
Lightning.
splatter. Yeah.
Splatter. I know this is for listeners. You're not
This is
gonna
the
see it,
one,
but I'll-
Keith. This is the one that was put together in Fairfax or wherever. That,
Oh, yeah. Just for those listening,
It's the splatter.
this is the splatter version of the Ride the Lightning record that
Yes.
was generated at Furnace.
Furnace Records, right?
Well, it's not Furnace Records. It's Furnace. The name of the goddamn
pressing
record pressing plant. Yeah, exactly. But it's Furnace. My friend Mark Ryder is the manager. Well, one of the head guys there. But yes, so Metallica themselves actually, pressed a copy themselves, and I guarantee you, the one he's holding is not one of those four. But
No.
it's still a pretty cool. It looks really cool, and
Yeah.
it's got good music because it's Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the opportunity. You guys are all gonna hate me. I could have gotten Master on vinyl today for $18, but I didn't.
I mean, it's okay.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
I think
So it's pretty
you
readily
get it, like
available.
Walmart for about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish I could find
I bought it twice at Walmart.
I've got the box set, and then I've got another version. So
Yeah, I boxed it.
Energy, aggression, power. To sum it up, it's a vulgar display of power.
Sometimes I think you drink just a little too much blood.
I'm sorry, I'm going to PA. Bloodaholics Anonymous.
Good note.
Cutting it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan.
Some cunt's recording this.